went out on a night mountain biking trip.
Night?
Yeah.
Bike.
Ever done that?
No. What's the advantage to night?
Ding ding.
And then they were sort of dressed like they started putting on like shin pads and like elbow pads and spine guards.
Right.
And I'm like in the, spandex sort of, more of the, tour de something. And, so, and they're like in rollerball mode. And then they start putting on these helmets, like these lacrosse helmets that have miner's lights on them. We get to like 5 miles, I'm like, all right, we get to the top of this hill. And I'm like, yes, and everybody gets off their bikes. I'm like, okay, this was good, we did it. And then they start like checking their gears and pulling out power bars and preparing. And I said, what's going on? I go, well, we're at the trailhead. We're ready to start. And then they've got like the Camelback slurp things that they get. They're like the preparations are being made.
Is that
for
the
like
technical name? The Camelback
the
slurp
Camelback
thing?
slurp water thing.
Even in the day, this trail's a little hard to follow, especially this time of year. November. Yeah. And there's 6 to 12 inches of freshly fallen leaves and pine straw.
And then they just like take off. Oh, and then the one guy who's like really serious, super serious guy, just says to me, just looks at me and goes, "Look, whatever happens, don't fight the mountain."
What does that mean?
I have no idea. No idea what it means, but it's scaring me. Off down like this 75-degree slope downhill, right, into the jungle, disappearing into the jungle. They're gone. It's like the kind of slope that you're like afraid to go up, let alone down. And I just have to whatever. I just go. I take off, and it's one of the most frightening experiences of my life. All I can see is what's ahead of me in like my beam of light. It's the jungle. It's like, I'm going so fast, so I slow down, and then I get down to the bottom, and then I've lost momentum. So now to go back up, because it's all up and down, I have to like carry the bike up the hill. The bike up the hill, and I'm sweating, and there's mud, and I can't see them or hear them. They're like out of earshot.
They're way ahead.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't even remember when I wasn't doing this in my life. I feel like it's like I'm in it's like a apocalypse now or something. And
good job.
then like something kicked in, like this adrenaline kicks in, and I'm like, you know what? These guys, come on, they're bicyclists, right?
Exactly.
They're not bikers.
Right.
It's not like Harley Davidson. These are guys on bike. I can do this. So I like sort of like kick it in, and I start going, and I'm going good, and I start to like I can hear them up ahead, and I'm starting to feel it. And then one of them, I just hear this guy he yells out, "No brunch! No brunch!"
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, yeah, well, like what? This is like some biking term. Like we're going so well, there's momentum happening. We're not going to stop to eat the power bars. Right. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm like, yeah, no brunch, no brunch. And I look up, and there's this like 3-foot thick tree trunk flying at me, right? And you know how they say, like, when, you know, like, when an accident happens, like, everything slows down?
Yeah.
And you go into slow motion, and, like, somehow your instincts kick in, and you do whatever you need to do to save yourself in that moment?
Yeah.
That didn't happen here.
No, nothing.
Slammed right into it.
Ow!
Yeah.
Ow!
And as I came to, the guy, they're all just like sort of like staring at me like, man, didn't you hear? Low branch. Low branch.